We have a really strong, mentally tough program, and we challenge the kids, and they have to do it. If they don't do it, they don't get to play.
Sacrificing my body to get a ball up to keep the play going, it's not my biggest concern. I'd rather be able to keep the play going and have a chance to win the point rather than just letting it drop and knowing that I could have at least gone for it.
I'm Reagan Warth. I'm a junior volleyball player at Cypher High School in Cypress, Texas.
The first sport that I ever played was cheer. I started that when I was about 3 years old.
When she started tumbling, she always wanted to be the first one to get the skill out of her group. And she would be up there and she'd fall on her head multiple times, over and over and over, but she would get that tumbling skill first out of all her teammates.
And the coaches had to be there on the other end of it to catch her because she had so much power that she would just get so high.
And we were still trying to juggle soccer, softball, volleyball, and track. At one point, she just couldn't do it, and we just had to make the decision of which sport she wanted to go.
I quit cheer and then started playing volleyball.
You could see it all over her face that during that season especially, I think in her 14th year, she just fell in love with the sport.
I love volleyball because it's just so competitive and fast-paced. That's just how I like things. I don't like things that are really slow.
She's so fast on the court, and her speed and just natural eye and hand coordination is definitely, her strong suit.
Reagan came onto our campus as a freshman, an incoming freshman 3 years ago, and she was one of our strongest freshman players that we had that season and that year, and did a great job leading our freshman team. And then approaching her sophomore season is when we pulled her up to varsity.
She's a really good leader. I know a lot of her teammates look to her, and if we're down, she's the go-to person to look to try to bring everybody back up.
I'm always putting in 110% at practice. This past junior season year in school, I won the 110% award, which is just an award for hard work and giving all the effort that I have in practice, games, off the court, everything.
The situation this year when she was not the libero, and she took that and made it into something positive and became a big star on our team.
My whole team, we're just very close. We're all just a really tight-knit circle. We just all have the same passion and love for volleyball.
Her family is very athletically oriented, and they support her and follow her.
Having my parents in the stands means everything to me. My mom always films my games, so my family members that are all over the country, they can see it. I don't know what I would do if my parents weren't in the stands watching me.
I actually stumbled into a volleyball game one day, and I looked, and there's Reagan. Competitive, physical, aggressive, and I thought, that's why she's like she is in the classroom. Incredibly competitive and doesn't settle for anything less than perfection. Issues with racism today are accusations of racism today, right? We see this all the time. How do you see it? Reagan, how do you see it?
All over the media.
All over the media.
Yeah.
What do y'all think the media is?
Sometimes if I don't know the answer, I'll say, Coach Maddox, I don't know. And then he'll go into more depth about it and explain it to me to make sure that I do know and am able to get the concept on it.
She's very driven, she's very focused. The good thing about her is that once she understands it, she works it out, and then she's also a team player in a way that she'll go, and when we work in groups, she's a helper. She'll go and she'll help the other students as well.
And when the other kids hear Reagan speak or ask questions, they'll just kind of shake their head and grin well, then next thing you know, they're involved. So she can motivate a positive academic discussion. Also some of the ones that are just kind of, you know, social too. She's a silent leader.
She is very involved in the classroom. She loves the labs.
This year I'm in 3 different sciences. I'm in physics, forensics, and pathophysiology, and I love all 3 of them. I don't even know how to describe it. I just love science. That's what I want my career to be.
You know, everybody looks at her as a leader. Not only does she do some great things in volleyball, but she's a great leader for our campus as well and very active in our community.
Texas is in the grip of the most powerful storm to hit the United States in more than a decade.
Hurricane Harvey slammed into the state. Texas is one of the hardest hit places.
We were stuck in the house for 5 days. When they cleared up, I saw like all over social media what the hurricane had done to people. I was like, wow, like devastation really happened to my community and I need to do something to help it.
Reagan was only 16. She was limited on a lot of things that she could do, but we did find the rescue at the vet.
Come here, come here. Oh, I know, you're so excited. So I organized food, supplies, I cleaned out the dogs' crates, I was able to walk the dogs, and cats that were brought in.
You know, there's such a disaster going on. You know, there's so much going on with people and emotions, and to have all that set aside and just to be able to sit there and see the compassion in people's eyes, I mean, it was just tremendous just to see the level of camaraderie and the level of support that everybody just had for each other.
It was important to me to give back to my community after the hurricane because it was able to give me that extra confidence and to know that I can help people in any type of way. Bye-bye. When I first found out I had won Athlete of the Month for Max Preps, I was like, no, I didn't win that. When my parents told me, I was like, no, y'all are lying. Like, I know I didn't do that. And they were like, no, Reagan, you did. Then I was like, wow, I actually won this really big award that they're going to present to me and I'm gonna have to do interviews on and pictures and photo shoots and all that stuff.
It's a great honor to have something like that in my program. I know for Cy-Fair High School, you know, we've been very fortunate to have some amazing athletes pass through here and to be able to see, you know, one of our own in volleyball, especially on a national level, that's like super impressive and super exciting.
Reagan inspires me every day. She's such a hard worker. You know, the dedication, overcoming obstacles, she's done that her whole life, whether it's sports or academic, you know, giving back to the community. She just always finds a way to make things work.
She's so outgoing and everybody loves her. She never has an attitude. She's never rude to anybody. She's always really sweet and nice.
And she showed me like a video of her playing volleyball, and I was like, is this in your career as well? Like when you go to college, besides being a doctor? She said that she's not thinking far ahead yet. She still want to enjoy her junior year.
I think that I have a big opportunity to be able to play at the next level. I haven't quite decided if that's what I want to pursue. I'll always have that option if I want to change my mind in the end.